A high school hallway operates as a predator-rich ecosystem. Social survival in this space relies on constant hypervigilance, where every word, glance, and outfit is weighed by a jury of your peers. This environment demands constant, exhausting psychological labor. You have to read the room continually, adjusting your volume and your opinions to avoid drawing the wrong kind of attention. Navigating this space requires constant, hypervigilant self-editing. Enter Suzuki. To the untrained eye, she's loud, bubbly, and obsessed with the latest social media trends. But that endless chatter serves a specific purpose. It is highly effective social camouflage. By making herself safely, predictably visible, she deflects any real scrutiny from the crowd. Her obsession with finding the perfect mascara acts as the literal armor for this persona. She applies layers of it to face the school day, but it comes with a strict physical limitation. It is fragile. One drop of sweat, one stray tear, or one wrong rub of the eye, and the pristine exterior collapses. Maintaining this status quo takes a heavy toll. Securing a safe position in the hierarchy means burying any genuine, vulnerable emotion under a daily, exhausting mask. Once inside the classroom, the seating chart maps out this social hierarchy in real time. Proximity to the center of attention dictates your rank, and everyone knows exactly where they belong. This diagram visualizes how the class operates. The larger boundary represents peer perception, where almost everyone resides. But sitting right next to Suzuki is Tani, existing as a complete anomaly. He sits isolated outside the social ecosystem, a quiet internalizer who simply doesn't care what the rest of the room thinks of him. Suzuki is desperately in love with him, but because her entire survival strategy relies on blending in with the crowd, the idea of openly admitting feelings for the quiet outcast paralyzes her. She is terrified of how the room will judge her. The very skills keeping her safe in the hierarchy are actively working against her. Her loud, superficial banter builds a thick wall, creating an emotional vacuum that starves any chance she has at a genuine romantic connection. After the final bell rings, the rules of the hallway dissolve. The walk home offers a brief window into the private sphere, a quiet space where the weight of constant observation finally lifts. In this brief window of safety, Suzuki takes a massive interpersonal risk. She drops the rehearsed jokes, strips away the loud persona, and asks Tani for a simple, honest moment to walk home together. He agrees, and then he reaches out and holds her hand. This single physical action crosses a boundary, marking the exact moment they achieve true, unmasked intimacy. Without her performative armor, the biological reality of vulnerability hits her all at once. Her heart races, her palms sweat, and her mind spins with overwhelming anxiety. She is entirely exposed. That kind of raw exposure is impossible in the classroom. True intimacy requires the isolation of the private sphere, completely shielded from the judgmental eyes of the crowd. The next morning, that quiet safety immediately evaporates. The chaotic noise of the classroom rushes right back in. A classmate publicly asks if Suzuki and Tani are dating. Instantly, the private and public spheres violently collide. Panicking, her defense mechanisms take over. She aggressively reverts to her loud persona, laughing off the question and denying the connection to protect her social standing. The denial works on the classmate, but Tani is sitting close enough to hear every single word. Under the pressure of public perception, the instinct for safety overrides the desire for connection. Suzuki retreats behind her wall, even if it means tearing down the bridge she just spent the night building. By prioritizing her fabricated rank in the social hierarchy over her honest feelings, Suzuki shattered the one genuine connection she actually valued. Realizing her mistake, Suzuki makes a physical break from the ecosystem. She abandons the safety of her friends and the classroom, sprinting out of the school to catch him. This run represents an active, irreversible choice. She is leaving behind her carefully cultivated coolness and entirely discarding the performative armor she spent years building. When she finally catches him, she breaks down. She tearfully confesses everything, admitting her crippling fear of what the room thinks, her overwhelming feelings of inadequacy, and how completely lame she feels. It is a messy, chaotic emotional breakdown. Yet, paradoxically, This complete lack of composure makes it the strongest, most authentic action she takes in the entire story. A broken bond can never be fixed with more performative banter. Intentionally destroying the social mask is the prerequisite for repairing genuine trust. Tani doesn't react with judgment. Instead, he listens to her frantic confession and offers a calm, steady validation of everything she just said. He admits to his own limitation, a complete inability to drive a conversation. He finds her constant stream of thoughts enjoyable precisely because it fills the space he can't. Her excess and his silence balance the scales. And then he tells her not to rub her eyes because she's wearing mascara. That tiny observation proves he had been paying attention to her words and to the real person beneath the makeup all along. In a world ruled by the laws of social survival, polar opposites do not attract just because they sit next to each other. They connect solely through the terrifying bravery of absolute vulnerability.